What did you see? I mean, I was in Orlando doing a business leaders meeting with a ministry called the Provision Network and Dan Stratton, and I was actually just had an hour slot to teach on InVision and what experiential learning is and the type of environments that we do. And we did some exercises that day when you were in Orlando. Any one thing stand out to you of what kind of spurned you and Betsy's interest to let us come on that day?
The principle that you shared in Orlando was the principle of working together in a formative fashion. I'm not even sure I want to share the actual
exercise itself.
exercise because you have to experience it to really learn or be impacted by it. So I'm going to just share the results of it.
Okay.
Just the results of that was a clear understanding, both in my wife's life as well as mine, of how we can work together as one.
Mm-hmm.
The principle of 1,000 putting, or one will put 1,000, but two will put 10,000. Exponential
Mm-hmm.
increase of impact when we fully comprehend how working together makes that difference. Whereas in so many times and cases, without understanding, without realizing it, we're actually working against each other, kind of like an isometric exercise, not really getting anywhere, applying pressure on equal sides, but never really reaching a goal. And that exercise, that experiential exercise that we went through, really spoke to my wife and I, and we started implementing it in our lives, even on that trip back home and on the next day. And things like that, along with some other, made us realize that there was something valuable that churches could benefit as a whole.